Welcome on this beautiful spring day to Banjo Quest. It's finally getting warm out here in the Northeast. It's going to be 60 degrees today. That's beach weather up here. So today we're going to start a new module. Today we are going to start working on Reuben's Train. I'm really excited about this. This is one of my all-time favorite tunes. It's one of those tunes that it seems purpose-built for clawhammer banjo. There are lots of versions, so we are going to take a look at some historic players and learn their versions, and then we're going to use a whole host of their versions to cobble together our own voice on this tune. Every banjo player should know how to play this tune, and we are going to learn it together. Now, to start this process, I've created a simple exercise. It's not Reuben's Train per se, but it gets us in the mode of Reuben's Train, and it allows us to explore some of the intervals that we are going to find make Reuben's Train what it is, that bluesy, exotic sound. Before we get started today, I do want to give a shout out to patron Eric Kepi. He was able to guess the tune we were going to be doing in this module just from this exercise alone. I posted the exercise yesterday. I posted the tab, and he was able to very quickly recognize that little bit of an interval from Reuben's Train. So good job, Eric. Good ears. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to do something a little unusual for Banjo Quest today. I'm going to play it fast to begin with. I want to give you that overview so you can hear the steam train rolling. If you want tablature, it is available over on Patreon. Do check that out. I'm tabbing it out, and I'm tabbing out a simplified version. So if you find this out of your reach, you need a simpler version, head on over to Patreon. The tab is available for that, and I will walk you through it in a separate video for patrons only later this week. Okay, let's dive into this pattern. Let's think steam train today. Okay. All right, the first feature of this pattern is this alternate string pull-off pattern. So the first thing you want to learn or dust off, get it off the shelf and get clean is this alternate string pull-off pattern. And it'd be good if you can get it really fast. So that's that second half of the pattern. The first half of the pattern is actually just a series of double thumb notes. I'll play it nice and slow for you. And if you notice, I'm switching strings on my downstroke on every downstroke. I'm never on the same string twice. So this pattern is about getting that right hand to move from string to string with every stroke. So one of the things I want you to think about when you're playing this is refining your thumb stroke, your upstroke. It's all about making sure that that thumb stroke is there and present. Anybody can downstroke this quickly. But to get that thumb stroke in control and present in the pattern, even at high speeds, takes a little bit of doing. So you want to start slow. You got to start this slow and then work up the tempo, paying close attention to touch on the fifth string and getting that fifth string to chime out over the entire pattern. This is all about finesse and controlling that thumb. The more I play clawhammer, the more I think that the thumb and the upstroke is a really huge component in building speed, accuracy, and finesse. Most folks just focus on the downstroke because that seems to be the most present, and it is especially present when you're tagging melodies, when you're playing melody lines. But the more I play, the more I am understanding this thumb stroke to be essential to a well-balanced and refined right hand. And I think it oftentimes gets neglected. So even though this does pull into view the Reuben's Train blued sound, With the downstrokes, I want you to think thumb on this exercise. Okay, now you can play some games with this, which is what I would suggest. You can start slow and go fast and imitate a steam train. That's really fun. The other thing you can do is play with volume. So you take it up into full volume and then you reduce it into quieter volumes, and making sure the entire time that your tempo is remaining consistent between your volume changes. That sounds like a really easy challenge, but most folks, when they get quiet, they slow down, and when they get loud, they speed up. So you want to control that, put the reins on that tempo change, and make sure you are consistent throughout. I'm going to show you some other tips and tricks over on Patreon this week. This is all in preparation for playing Reuben's train, so dive in, use this to increase your speed cap and get used to that thumb being present in every downstroke. And I will see you next week with more Reuben's train right here on Banjo Quest.